Welcome to our professional training series in divination, tarot, and astrology. The following training in tarot was developed for students that are going through the courses with the School of our Divine Infinite Being. We wanted to make our training available to the general public here on YouTube, while also encouraging those interested in a career as a divination professional in astrology and tarot to check out our programs at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. We have post-graduation program assistance that you will not find anywhere else. This includes live video consultation technology, calendar booking, social share tools, affiliate program development, e-commerce, and the opportunity to take clients from the marketing efforts of our talented in-house staff. Again, you'll find all of this at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. Sponsored by astrologypro.com, the #1 platform for astrologers and tarot readers to operate their divination services. We hope you enjoy this training.
Welcome everyone. Today we will be speaking about the Aeon card in the tarot. For those of you that practice theurgy, ceremonial magic, or any path of spiritual transformation, this is an important card. And of course, for those of you studying divination and tarot within our school, here at the School of Our Divine Infinite Being, the Aeon becomes a key archetype of awakening, judgment, and renewal. This card represents a major shift in consciousness, calling us to rise beyond the past and align with higher purpose. It reflects transformation on both personal and collective levels, where endings open the way for new beginnings. The Aeon speaks to spiritual responsibility, clarity, and evolution of awareness. So I'm going to describe what you see on the card, and then we will go deeper into its symbolism through the following slides. This is not in a strict order, but rather a top-down reading of the card itself, to make it easier to follow the arrows. You will notice the arrows on the left correspond with descriptions on the right, and I will read them from top to bottom. 20. Symbolizes completion and new beginnings, highlighting transformation, awakening, and the integration of duality in one's spiritual journey. Isis and Osiris, holding child Horus, symbolizes the divine masculine and feminine, with divine child, the unity of opposites, and the generative power of divine duality, as well as the cyclical renewal of life through their child. Star Goddess Nuit represents infinite potential, cosmic unity, and the embrace of all existence, symbolizing a transformative rebirth through merging with the boundless universe. The Cosmic Egg symbolizes the origin of creation, spiritual awakening, and the potential for transformation within each individual, representing the journey toward enlightenment and unity with the divine. Humanity symbolizes collective awakening, transformation, and the judgment or rebirth of humanity on a spiritual level, pointing to a higher state of consciousness and unity as individuals evolve and integrate shared lessons. Horus symbolizes spiritual awakening, divine authority, victory over adversity, and the emergence of higher consciousness. He represents transformation, renewal, and humanity's journey toward greater wisdom and enlightenment. Family represents cultural continuity, generational wisdom, and the nurturing of spiritual values that foster collective growth and transformation within humanity. Children in play symbolizes innocence, curiosity, and the pure potential for growth and renewal. Angels and cherubs represent divine guidance, protection, and the presence of higher spiritual forces assisting in humanity's awakening and rebirth. Psychology, child. Symbolism of the child represents innocence, creativity, potential, and the untamed aspects of the psyche, often linked to the inner child. Astrology, fire. Symbolizes passion, transformation, and the dynamic force of creation. The Cosmic Egg, birth of divine potential and cosmic consciousness. Origin of creation. The Cosmic Egg symbolizes the primal source from which all existence emerges, representing the initial stage of creation. It emphasizes that all life originates from a singular divine essence, highlighting the interconnectedness of everything in the universe. Spiritual awakening and transformation. Within the egg lies the potential for spiritual awakening and personal transformation. This imagery signifies that individuals have the capacity to evolve and grow, encouraging them to break free from limitations and realize their inner light, leading to a deeper understanding of themselves and their purpose. Journey toward enlightenment and unity with the divine. The Cosmic Egg represents the ongoing journey toward enlightenment, emphasizing that spiritual growth is a continuous process. It symbolizes the aspiration to achieve unity with the divine, inviting individuals to reconnect with their higher selves and the universal source of existence. The cosmic egg under the Aeon card embodies profound themes of creation, spiritual awakening, and personal transformation. It signifies the primal source from which all existence arises, emphasizing that every aspect of life is interconnected through a shared divine essence. This symbolism invites individuals to recognize that they are part of a greater whole, fostering a sense of belonging and unity with the universe. Horus, symbol of rebirth and enlightenment. New beginnings. Horus embodies the concept of emerging possibilities. This symbolism invites individuals to let go of past limitations and embrace the transformative opportunities that arise during pivotal life changes, marking the start of a journey toward greater self-awareness and personal growth. Spiritual rebirth. Horus symbolizes the awakening of the soul, encouraging individuals to shed old patterns and beliefs. This rebirth signifies a shift from a limited, ego-driven existence to a more expansive, spiritually connected life, where individuals recognize their divine essence and potential. Humanity's potential for enlightenment. Horus emphasizes that every individual holds the potential for enlightenment. By nurturing the qualities of curiosity and wonder, humanity can evolve collectively, tapping into higher states of consciousness that promote love, compassion, and understanding. Cycle of awareness. The entry into a new cycle of awareness indicates a continuous process of growth and evolution. Horus signifies that as one attains new insights and experiences, they contribute to a larger collective evolution, enhancing the spiritual development of society as a whole. Humanity, unity, transformation, and the quest for enlightenment. Collective awakening. The Aeon card represents a growing awareness of humanity's interconnectedness. It encourages empathy, cooperation, and collective action to address shared challenges while working toward the greater good. Transformation and evolution. Humanity is shown undergoing a profound shift in consciousness. By releasing outdated beliefs and structures, individuals embrace growth, inclusivity, sustainability, and higher spiritual awareness. Judgment and rebirth. The Aeon calls for reflection on past actions and lessons learned. Through honest self-assessment, humanity can experience spiritual renewal and move toward greater wisdom and compassion. Humanity, under the Aeon card, illustrates the transformative journey of collective awakening, spiritual rebirth, and evolution of consciousness. Together, these themes highlight humanity's journey of awakening, transformation, and rebirth. The card encourages individuals to recognize their shared purpose, embrace positive change, and contribute to a more conscious, united, and enlightened world. Isis and Osiris, holding child Horus. Divine unity in the cycle of life. Unity of opposites. Isis and Osiris represent the union of feminine and masculine energies. Isis embodies nurturing, intuition, and protection, while Osiris symbolizes structure, wisdom, and transformation. Together they show that spiritual growth comes through balancing complementary forces within ourselves. Cyclical renewal through Horus. Horus, born from Isis and Osiris, symbolizes rebirth, renewal, and future potential. He carries forward the wisdom of the past while embracing new possibilities, reminding us that every ending creates the opportunity for a new beginning. Osiris represents past wisdom, Isis the nurturing force of the present, and child Horus the future potential of consciousness. This triad illustrates humanity's journey toward enlightenment, where each rebirth through child Horus builds upon past knowledge and opens the way for greater awareness and collective spiritual awakening. The depiction of Isis and Osiris holding child Horus in the Aeon card symbolizes the union of complementary forces, Isis as the nurturing mother and Osiris as the transformative father. Their sacred union gives rise to child Horus, embodying rebirth, renewal, and the continuing cycle of life. Star Goddess Nuit. Celestial harmony and spiritual awakening. Infinite potential. Nuit embodies limitless possibilities and the boundless potential within every individual. Her star-filled form encourages self-discovery, personal growth, and the pursuit of higher aspirations by aligning with universal energies. Cosmic unity. Nuit represents the interconnectedness of all beings and the universe. As the celestial mother of creation, she reminds us that we are part of a greater cosmic whole, fostering compassion, harmony, and spiritual awareness. Transformative rebirth. Nuit signifies spiritual rebirth through the release of limiting beliefs and outdated identities. By embracing both light and shadow, individuals can awaken to a higher state of consciousness and experience profound transformation. The star goddess Nuit in the Aeon card symbolizes infinite potential, cosmic unity, and transformative rebirth. She encourages humanity to embrace its true nature, recognize its connection to the universe, and awaken to higher levels of consciousness and enlightenment. Family, cultural continuity, and the legacy of spiritual growth. Cultural continuity. Families preserve traditions, customs, and values, helping individuals connect with their heritage and develop a strong sense of identity, belonging, and cultural continuity. Generational wisdom. Families serve as a bridge between generations, passing down knowledge, experiences, and life lessons that foster resilience, ethical decision-making, and personal growth. Nurturing spiritual values. Through love, guidance, and shared principles, families cultivate qualities such as kindness, integrity, empathy, and responsibility, encouraging both individual and collective development. Supportive community. Families provide emotional and practical support, creating a secure environment where individuals can express themselves, grow confidently, and navigate challenges with encouragement and understanding. Collective transformation. By nurturing spiritual growth, shared values, and meaningful connections, families contribute to the evolution of society, inspiring compassion, unity, and positive change within communities and future generations. Angels and cherubs, messengers of transformation and spiritual awakening. The angels and cherubs under the Aeon card represent significant spiritual forces that offer divine guidance and protection during humanity's transformative journey. These celestial beings embody the essence of awakening and rebirth, symbolizing the support available as individuals strive for enlightenment. Divine guidance and support. Angels and cherubs represent higher spiritual forces that provide divine guidance and support during humanity's journey toward awakening. Their presence reassures individuals that they are not alone, encouraging them to seek inner truth and navigate life's challenges with faith. Facilitators of spiritual awakening. These celestial beings act as catalysts for spiritual awakening, inspiring individuals to embark on journeys of self-discovery and introspection. They help foster a deeper understanding of one's purpose and connection to the universe, promoting a rebirth of consciousness aligned with higher ideals. Intermediaries between realms. Angels and cherubs serve as messengers that bridge the gap between the earthly and spiritual realms. They facilitate communication and the flow of divine energy, reinforcing the interconnectedness of all beings and guiding individuals toward greater unity and enlightenment. Psychology, child, the inner child, and the path to healing and growth. Innocence and authenticity. The child symbolizes innocence and authenticity, encouraging individuals to reconnect with their true feelings, express themselves honestly, and embrace their genuine nature. Creativity and playfulness. The child represents imagination, curiosity, and play. The Aeon card encourages nurturing creativity and approaching life with openness, flexibility, and a fresh perspective. Untamed potential and exploration. The child archetype embodies limitless potential and a desire to explore. It inspires individuals to move beyond self-imposed limitations and pursue growth, learning, and new possibilities. Healing the inner child. The Aeon highlights the importance of addressing childhood wounds and unresolved emotions. By nurturing the inner child, individuals can develop greater self-acceptance, wholeness, and emotional well-being. Awareness of emotional needs. The child reminds us to recognize needs for love, acceptance, and security, fostering healthier relationships and emotional resilience. The psychology child under the Aeon card symbolizes authenticity, creativity, healing, and personal growth, guiding individuals towards self-discovery and emotional renewal. Astrology, fire, ignition of spirit and creative power. passion and drive. Fire symbolizes passion, courage, and determination. Under the Aeon card, it inspires individuals to pursue their goals with confidence, overcome obstacles, and embrace opportunities for growth and transformation. Transformation and rebirth. Fire represents both destruction and renewal. The Aeon highlights the power of releasing outdated beliefs and patterns, allowing personal growth, spiritual evolution, and a renewed sense of purpose to emerge. Dynamic creative force. Fire embodies creativity, inspiration, and innovation. It encourages individuals to express their unique talents, bring new ideas into reality, and actively shape their future through purposeful action. Astrology. Fire, under the Aeon card, highlights passion, transformation, and creative power. It encourages embracing change, pursuing aspirations boldly, and using inner strength to fuel personal growth and spiritual awakening. Through its energy of renewal and inspiration, fire supports the journey toward higher consciousness and self-realization. What does the Aeon mean in tarot divination reading? The Aeon, also known as Judgment in some decks, represents transformation, self-reflection, and a call to higher purpose. It symbolizes a significant shift in consciousness and the opportunity for personal and spiritual awakening. In a divination reading, the Aeon encourages the seeker to reflect on their past, embrace transformation, and heed a call for renewal or higher purpose. This card highlights the importance of self-evaluation, embracing change, and moving towards a new phase of understanding. Understanding the meaning of this card in a tarot throw. Up to this point, you have been learning about the intricate details and symbolic meanings associated with this particular card of the Greater Arcana. In the following section, we will delve into various categories and scenarios of interpretation that may present themselves in a reading for you or a client. First, let's review factors that may influence your decision and choice of interpretation. Intuitive read on yourself or the client. Personal connection. Your personal connection or the client's connection to the card can influence its meaning. Tune into your intuition to gauge how the card resonates on a deeper level. Emotional state. Consider the emotional state of yourself or the client, as this can affect how the card's message is perceived and interpreted. Spiritual sensitivity. Be aware of any spiritual sensitivities or inclinations that might shape the card's significance. Placement in a specific tarot layout. Position in the spread. The position of the card in the tarot layout significantly impacts its meaning. For instance, its presence in the past, present, or future positions can alter the interpretation. Role in the layout. Understand the role of the card in specific placements, such as the challenge position, the outcome position, or the advice position, each of which offers a unique perspective. Context of the spread. Different tarot spreads serve different purposes. Example, Celtic Cross 3-card spread, relationship spread, and the card's role can vary accordingly. Relationship to other cards in the throw. Complementary cards. Look for cards that complement the one in question, enhancing its themes and messages. Contradictory cards. Identify any cards that might contradict it, suggesting a need for balance or highlighting areas of tension and conflict. Major Arcana influence. The presence of other Major Arcana cards can intensify the significance of the card, emphasizing major life themes and spiritual lessons. Suit influence. The suits of surrounding Minor Arcana cards, wands, cups, swords, pentacles, can provide context and detail to the card's message, such as emotional insights from cups or intellectual clarity from swords. Now that we have taken the journey through the symbolism of this card of the Divine Arcana Tarot, let's journey into several relevant points within a divination reading. As you have already noticed, there is much repetition in this training. For our students, this is very important. You will see now how much of the symbolism you have been learning about is repeated in the different categories of a tarot divination reading. The Aeon in a divination reading. Astrological representation, fire. The Aeon aligns with the fire element, symbolizing transformation, action, rebirth, and spiritual awakening. Like fire, it burns away the old to make room for growth, renewal, and higher consciousness. Spiritual awakening and revelation. The Aeon signals a profound awakening, bringing greater self-awareness, spiritual insight, and a deeper understanding of your path. judgment, and rebirth. This card represents rebirth through self-reflection. It encourages releasing the past and embracing new opportunities with clarity and confidence. Transformation and new beginnings. The Aeon marks the end of one cycle and the start of another. It teaches that meaningful growth comes through change and renewal. Self-realization and purpose. This card reflects awakening to your higher purpose and aligning your actions with your authentic self and spiritual path. Release of the past. The Aeon encourages forgiveness and letting go of outdated patterns, beliefs, or experiences that no longer support your growth. Evolution of consciousness. This card signifies expanding awareness and rising beyond limiting perspectives, guiding you toward greater wisdom and self-understanding. Inner calling and responsibility. The Aeon indicates a call to step into greater responsibility and purpose, trusting your ability to meet new challenges. Decision and judgment. This card indicates that important decisions are at hand. It reminds you to reflect on your choices with wisdom and to trust your inner judgment. Endings as gateways to renewal. The Aeon reminds you that every ending creates space for a new beginning. Embrace change as a pathway to growth and transformation. 10 common card placement positions. Past influence. Upright. The Aeon indicates a past awakening or transformation that reshaped your path. A significant realization or release helped you move forward with greater clarity and purpose. Reversed. A missed opportunity for growth or resistance to change may still influence the present. Unresolved issues or attachments to the past may require reflection and closure. Present situation. Upright. The Aeon reflects a period of transformation and spiritual awakening. Old beliefs, identities, or patterns are dissolving, making way for greater self-awareness and personal growth. Reversed. You may be resisting change or feeling uncertain about stepping into a new phase of life. Trusting the process is essential for progress. Future outcome. Upright. The Aeon promises renewal, personal evolution, and greater clarity. As old limitations fade, new opportunities will guide you toward your higher purpose. Reversed. Progress may be delayed if necessary changes are avoided. Facing fears and embracing growth will help unlock future possibilities. Obstacles or challenges. Upright. Difficulty releasing old patterns, beliefs, or identities may be creating resistance to transformation. Growth requires letting go of what no longer serves you. Reversed. Fear of judgment, unresolved emotions, or attachment to the familiar may block progress. The challenge is learning to trust the unknown. Advice or guidance. Upright. Embrace transformation and release outdated influences. Reflect on your journey, align with your higher purpose, and trust that you are ready for a new beginning. Reversed. Confront fears surrounding change and take gradual steps toward growth. Trust your inner wisdom, even when the path feels uncertain. External influences. Upright. Outside resistance or setbacks may challenge your progress. Remain committed to your growth despite a lack of support or understanding from others. Hopes and fears. Upright. You hope for renewal, freedom from the past, and alignment with your higher purpose. At the same time, uncertainty about the future or fear of judgment may create hesitation. Reversed. Fear of change, failure, or loss may overshadow your desire for transformation. Remember that growth often requires leaving familiar territory behind. Key theme or lesson. Upright. The central lesson of the Aeon is transformation through release and renewal. Trust your evolution, let go of the past, and step confidently into your higher purpose. Reversed. The lesson involves overcoming fear and resistance to change. Growth comes from embracing the unknown and releasing attachments to outdated beliefs, identities, or circumstances. Exploring the enigma. Unveiling the wisdom of the Aeon card in tarot through the insights of occult visionaries.
Aleister Crowley. The Aeon is not the end, but the beginning. It signifies a new Aeon of truth and freedom, a breaking free from the past limitations of body and mind, the final awakening of the soul. Crowley, Aleister. The Book of Thoth, 1944. Lon Milo Duquette. This card announces the dawning of a new age, an age of enlightened thought. It invites us to shed old skins and embrace a grander vision of ourselves and our place in the universe. Duquette, Lon Milo, Understanding Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, 2003. Rachel Pollack. The Aeon brings a liberation, the freeing of all individuals to discover a higher awareness. It is a call to awaken and to align with the larger forces of change. Pollack, Rachel, The Complete Illustrated Guide to the Tarot. 1999. Hajo Banjaf. The Aeon symbolizes renewal, a significant paradigm shift. It is the reorientation of consciousness, transcending old concepts and preparing for something wholly new. Banjaf, Hajo, Keywords for the Crowley Tarot. 2001. Mary K. Greer. The Aeon, or Judgment card, is a card of spiritual awakening and clarity, one that represents not an ending but a transformative new stage of life. Tarot Mirrors. Reflections of Personal Meaning. 1988. Sally Nichols. The Aeon challenges us to abandon outdated beliefs and reach a state of liberation. It represents a collective awakening, a shift in consciousness towards the universal truth. Young and Tarot. An Archetypal Journey. 1980. Gareth Knight. Judgment, or the Aeon card, invites reflection and transformation, a time for deep introspection as we prepare for rebirth into a new level of understanding. The Magical World of the Tarot. 1991. Robert Wang. The Aeon signifies the cosmic renewal, the breakthrough beyond personal limitations, a place of no return where the old is shed, and the true self is revealed. The Kabbalistic Tarot, a textbook of mystical philosophy. 1983. Angela Zarian. The Aeon stands for the shedding of ego, a renaissance where the self is reborn into a more evolved, harmonious entity, aligning with higher truths. The Tarot Handbook, Practical Applications of Ancient Visual Symbols. 1987. Arthur Edward Waite. The Judgment is the rebirth of consciousness, a new dawn of the soul's evolution, symbolizing awakening to a more enlightened reality. The Pictorial Key to the Tarot. 1911.